Hey guys, welcome back. In this video we're going to discuss all about how to create a music app using React.js and also Tailwind CSS. So here's the features inside the app, like play the song, forward the song, backward the song, mute the sound, and yeah, many other things. So let's look at that. I'm going to play the song, pause the song, click to next, previous. And also I can select the playlist to play the song, like this one. I can increase or decrease the sounds. I can mute the song, and also I can increase or decrease the sound duration, right? And these are some cool features to like the idea or song and add to playlist. And also have a repeated, means do you want to repeat one song and multiple times, one time, you can do that, right? So I'm gonna use it. And how many sounds inside the application or inside the playlist have a file. So let's take a look at that, how we can create it from scratch. So I'm gonna install the React app. Okay. And also I will install the Tailwind CSS loose side icons that will help us to design the complete application. So let's get started to install the app, React app. So guys, I installed the React.js, Tailwind CSS, and also loose side icon that will help us to design our app. So I need to remove this one, and what happened on there, so I also stop it, execute one more time, command. Here's some mistakes inside, man, and I think this is a mistake. Okay, cool. I close that. And in order to create the music app, I need to have an idea. I need to get the ideas. So I get ideas from there, and some ideas I have inside the web page. So I need to get this one idea file or folder and paste inside the source. The next thing, I need to get the file in a minute, like content, because inside there have all of the path, music details. So I need to get that in there. So let me show you. This is not content. In a minute, I don't need that content. I need to get the idea. Just a minute. Where is it going? Right here. Okay, inside the source have a track folder, so I need to get that and move on the folder inside there. So yeah, so let me show you the tracks. So here is the tracks ID, title, artist, and so on and so forth. This is the image is coming from the pixels, and this is my local ID, right? That is coming from there. ID 1 2 3 1 2 3, right? And other IDs is coming from the platform like SoundJ. It doesn't work, but sometimes you will get the result. So I usually use the website or object based to get the data. So just a demo purpose, I have used these details, right? So I close all the tabs and we need to design the complete application. But before designing that, one more thing I'm going to show you. I will create a folder, write the components folder name. Inside that I need to create a more than 4 components. The first one is music player.jsx. The next one I need to create another component like playlist and progress bar. Also I need to use volume control, right? So I have 4 components: music player, playlist, progress bar, and volume control. Close all of the tabs and move on the app.jsx. Save the file, and everything is the default on your page. So I will teach you how you can use the logics to make a music player, but during the designing I will leave the audio. I will add the sound on the background, right? Guys, I have designed the complete music player components. So inside the this one component have all of the components like progress bar. I will work on it on later. Playlist, and yeah, and also I have used, these are basically icons that are coming from loose side React, right? And these are components that we hammered on earlier. Let me show you one more thing. I used the static data, but I will update it on later, how to get the data from the file, like this one file, and update it inside the track title, artist, and images, many other things. Let me show you one in a minute. When I use backtext, then I will add the dynamic details, means on conditional based I will change the color and display the different icons. So I use the backtext on there, right? So these are buttons, these are, yeah, everything is great. On each playlist, progress bar, volume control, I will update it on later. First I will design them, then I will work on the logics on later, right? So guys, I have designed the sidebar as well, but I can't see the playlist. In a minute I need to check the problem, so I think I need to call the playlist inside there, so it should be display the complete playlist component, and I will update it on later everything, so as you can see. But yeah, I think in a minute I need to check the progress bar, not progress bar, playlist. So in the playlist, text. Okay, great. So I will design another things, or I will update the other things on later. This time I just designed the domain details inside the application, then I will update it, how you can get the songs or audio from other files, and how you can perform the operations like play, next, previous, and many other things, right? Okay guys, so we're gonna move on the code editor, and then we're gonna work on the logics to implement the features. Okay, so first of all I need to get the file details from text.js file. So in order to get the file details, I'm going to use import. The file name is tracks. Just a minute, I need to check that. Yeah, tracks from text. Okay, when you will call the console.log and tracks, you will get the details from this one file. So I'm going to remove other things, save the file, right click it, inspect element, console. As you can see, I'm getting the details, right? Once you get the details in the variable, the next thing I need to create a state, current track index, and also I need to use set current track index. By default I assign the user state video 0. The next thing is very important. I need to create a const variable id ref as the references and target my use ref hook. Assign the value is default as now. It is very important. I will assign this one in the div in the IDEO tag, then I will get all of the features that contains inside the IDEO, like play, pause, next, previous, and so on. So what I'm going to do on there, I need to move the down and create a variable, not variable. Inside that I'm going to create an IDEO, assign the references IDEO ref variable. The source is, I need to target current track but before assigning it I need to use preload metadata. So in the source I need to create another variable and assign the track video current track, assign the tracks like this one, and assign the current track step index like this one. So in the source I'm going to target this one. Inside this one I'm going to access all of the things. So let me show you one more thing. Current track, save the file. What happened? Okay, I'm going to remove the source, then it should be displayed. Okay, why? Okay, I need to, okay, just a minute. Save the file, refresh your page. As you can see, this is number 1, and when you will change the value you can get a different result, right? So let's say I'm going to use 3. As you can see, refresh your page, getting the 3 result, right? But the default is 0 index, and the 0 index have a number 1 value. So in the preload, I need to use, before the preload, I use source current track dot id URL. That is coming from the id URL like this one. Then it will access the IDEO from this one file and play the IDEO when user will click on the button. But we will add the features on later. This time I just assign it. Cool. The next thing is very important. I need to assign all of the things that is coming from this one file, and we need to add them like image, title, artist, and so on and so forth. So let's do that. So in there I need to use source the track current track dot cover URL, and we need to add the classes. The classes is widthful, heightful, object fit, object cover, right? And also the LT tag is very important. Just use current track dot album. So I'm going to save the file. Look at that, the image. Same thing you need to do to display the title. So current track dot title. What is the name? Oh yeah, title. And I'm going to copy that, use on there. This will be artist. Let me check other things. The current time I will update it. First I'm going to save the file and let's look at that. Yeah, this is the title and the artist and the image, right? Cool. The next thing is we need to add the functionalities when user will click on it to play the IDEO. Next, or forward the IDEO, paste the IDEO. Yeah. So let's move on. So I need to move on the top. In the top, in order to create that, I need to create an state, and we need to create a function that will help us to manage the functionality when user will click on the button. Okay. So let's do that. I'm going to create a const is playing, set is playing. The default is use state is false. Also I need to use const current time, set current time, because I need to display the current time as well, 0. And also I need to use const duration, set duration. By default is 0, right? After this one I need to create a function const handle play pause. That is a function. This function is help us to do play and pause the IDEO, right? So what I'm going to do on there, I need to create an IDEO and assign the IDEO ref that is coming from below here, right? So I have used the references and passing the variable is IDEO ref that is coming from the top. Means I can access all of the properties with the help of IDEO ref. So inside there I need to use current, means the current IDEO. If the IDEO is not exist, then just return the value. Otherwise, is playing is true, then I need to use IDEO.play. This is a built-in function which is inside the IDEO. Otherwise, IDEO.play, call the method. This will be pass, and that will be IDEO. After the else statement, I need to use if, not if, set is playing not true. That's it. Call this one function, copy and move on down. Where is a playlist? Okay, it's progress. Let me find the plot. Okay, here's a play. So in a minute, I'm going to use on click, just call that function, and I'll play pause. And also I'm going to change the icon is playing true to display the pause icon, otherwise display the play icon. And the size is same, 28 pixels. So let me save the file, and also I will get this one URL because I'm facing issue inside the browser in Chrome. So let me check that it's working or not. Yeah, the sound is playing, but we need to use another features like next, previous, play and pause is working perfectly on there. Right, cool. Let's move on in the top. Same thing I'm going to do to create another function that will help us to forward the audio and previous the audio and backward the audio, whatever you will call it. Okay, so let's try to create a function, handle previous const, create a variable new index. I'm going to use current track index greater than 0. Then I need to use current track index, assign the negative value 1, means I will get the -1 number. Otherwise I need to use call the tracks dot length -1. After that you need to use set current track index, okay, set current track index. Okay, just copy it and passing the new index. Set is playing, I'm going to use false. If user will click to move on the next song, then I also stop the playing. Same thing I'm going to do, copy and paste, just change the function name and next. In the next I need to use current index less than track length -1. Then I need to target the current track index, increment 1 value, otherwise nothing. So, and same thing I'm gonna do on there is set playing is false. So I'm gonna copy the function and let's move on down and find out the forward and backward. Okay, here is the skip back. So in there I'm gonna use on click, handle previous, and this is the skip forward. So I need to call on click skip handle next. So let me try it, save the file, click to next, previous, play the song. Yeah guys, these features are working perfectly on there. Let's move on. So when I play the song, then I need to display that current time and how many times time duration in the video, in the audio guys. So what I'm going to do on there, I need to move on top, create a function const handle not format time, and passing the value as a parameter is time, whatever the value, whatever the text you want to pass on there, I'm going to pass the time. Create a variable minutes, I need to get the minutes, minute.flow, time divide by 60 to get the minute, and same thing you need to do to get the seconds. But inside there I need to use modules, right? Then I need to get the value from there is use little template minutes variable colon little template, not $sign curly bracket, seconds dot to string function dot page store how many numbers you want to display 2 from 0. Right, save the file, copy the function. In the function have a parameter, right? Remember, I need to move down, and this is the current time and this is the current track duration. So in the current time I need to curly bracket, call the function format time, and there I need to execute the function. Just a minute, just to use current time, and there use curly bracket, format and function, and there I need to use current track duration. Save the file. Look at that, guys, the current time of the idea and the default is 0, but when you will play it, it doesn't work, right? Because I need to update it. When this page will be loaded, I need to execute the event inside the use effect hook. Then it will be display the timer and update the timer. So let's take a look at that, how we can use the use effect hook, right? Comes use effect, why it is use effect. Okay, just a minute. Okay, I don't need to use that. Okay, in the curly bracket I need to add const idea ref dot current, mean current idea. If the ideas doesn't exist, then just return the value. Otherwise I will create more than 2 functions inside the use effect hook that will help us to update the time and also update the duration. Update time and I just change or update the set current state and passing the idea dot current time, const update duration, set duration is idea dot duration. When this effect will be execute, means update, I just pass the values current track index will be changed, then these function will be executed. But also I need to add the event idea dot add event listener and calling the event time update, then call the function like this one. Same thing I'm gonna do, copy this one, paste on there, change the event loaded meta data. This is the event, guys, and yeah, so I think it should be display the timer when I play the song or idea. So let's see, not now. So I'm gonna refresh my page and look at that in the console. Idea event listener. Okay, it's a mistake, guys. So the mistake is inside the listener, so I'm going to change the spelling. Okay, so let me try to update it. Refresh the page. Right, as you can see the timer is running, but when I change the progress bar I can't do that because I need to update my progress bar. Right, so let's move on the code editor and we need to move on top, and there I will create a states which is used to repeat the idea is shuffled like in unlike, right? So I will work on it. So I use a repeated mode, set repeat mode, use step, default is none. Also I'll create another states is shuffled, set is shuffle, use state, and I'm gonna use false. By default is false. Distant false, const and is light, set is light, use state, and by default I will use false. So I need to create the function that will help us to manage the repetition, right? So let's do that. So after this one, const toggle repeat, and what I'm going to do, modes, assign the array, the values none, 1 and all. I need to tie current index variable and assign the value modes, the index of the repeated mode. It is state const. I need to move on the next index, which is current index, increment one value, otherwise mode start length. That's it. Just use set repeated mode and passing the value modes in the array have index number. That's it. Next index, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna copy the function and find out the repetition. Track length, here it is. Right side, here is the repetition, right? So this is better. I just use on click, call the function toggle repeat, and this will be executed when is repeated repeated mode is true. In a minute I will change true to display this one. Just a minute. In a minute, just use one, and I will use the conditional rendering on there. Repeated mode is equal to 1, then display that. Save the file, click on it. It doesn't work. Okay, I don't know. One. Let me check. Not working, guys. So let me check the function and also state repeated mode. Repeated mode. Okay. So let's look at that. The problem is okay, here is a mistake, guys. So I need to use 1 on there, so it should be displayed this. Click on it, as you can see. Okay, so yeah, perfect. Let's add another feature is in there. So just use on click and set is shuffled not true. Okay, just like this one, and when user will click on it, then I need to change the colors, right? So what I'm gonna do, I just use fill curly bracket is light. I just use current color, otherwise display none. Okay, And also I use in the little template conditional rendering to change the background color. So is like this true, then I need to use the BG pink 500 shadow algae, and text should be white. Otherwise I need to use BG white 10 text gray 400. When I hover the mouse, text should be pink and 400. So I'm going to set the file and let's try it. Click on it. Okay, it doesn't work, guys. Okay, let me check it is shuffled. Okay, it is light, guys, not as shuffled. Okay, let me try it. Nope. Just a minute, I need to check this state, guys. It's light. Yeah, perfect. Slide. Okay, I will change the colors, guys, in a minute. Where it is. Here is slide. The first one is I check the heart. Fill is light current color. Otherwise none. Okay, there's another mistake, so I'm going to save the file. Let me check the problem if there is error. Refresh my page, click on it, nothing happened, guys. This is hard. Okay, let me check the classes. Transition BG gray 300 border and BG pink shadow algae text white, BG white 10 text gray or pink 400. Yeah, it's perfect, guys. Okay, the problem is I need to target set is light. Okay, so it should be display, and yeah, guys, as you can see, cool thing. Great. So these are working. The last one is shuffle, right? So same thing I'm gonna do on the shuffle. So let's move on there. Here is the shuffle. So I just call the, not this one. Where is the shuffle? Here. Okay. So use on click, execute the function, and set is shuffle. Is shuffle. Right, and this is function. The next one is conditional rendering, right? If you want to change the color, just use color is shuffle true beach gray 300, otherwise display nothing. So I'm gonna save the file. As you can see, click on it. Okay, cool. So in order to create the progress feature inside this one progress bar, I need to create the function. So I'm gonna move on the code editor and I just check it now what is happening on the top. Yeah, great. So let me use const handle seek, create function passing the time as a parameter, use curly bracket and use if the IDO, not the IDO, in a minute I need to check. Yeah guys, IDEO, because I need to get the IDEO timing, right? So I need to use if IDEO ref dot current is exist, then I need to get the IDEO ref dot current time, right? And the value is coming from the time as a parameter. Then I just call set current time as a state and passing the value on this one. So this is a function that will help us to manage the time in the progress bar, like this one, right? This is timer. When I will change the progress seek, then the timer will be changed, right? So I just call this one function as a prop in the progress bar. Where is the progress bar? I'm gonna find, yeah, here is the progress bar. So in the progress bar, I need to pass as a props more than 3 things. The first one is seek, the next one is a timer, duration, and current time. So let me add it one by one. Current time, and duration, and I'm going to use duration, or current track dot duration, and the last one is on seek, and function handle seek, right? So save the file, open the progress bar, and we need to destruct them in the 1, 2, and this is a 3. Okay, before working on the logics, I need to change the design because I'm facing issue to manage the design. So first I just use tooltip. I just got it, and this is, I'm gonna paste on there. Then also just a minute, I'm gonna check. First I'm gonna save the file, and the tooltip is up here in the top. And also we need to set up the, just a minute, I'm gonna check that relative. Okay, this is relative, okay, and there. So just like this one, I'm gonna cut it, create a div, assign the value, and assign the same thing, but inside there I need to use the background glow effect, right? This is a div. So in there I need to use position is absolute, and set 0, bg gray, 400, rounded for opacity 0, group, however opacity is 100. Okay, also I'm going to use the effect transition opacity, duration is 300. So I'm going to save the file, and it is perfect, but we're gonna, as you can see when I hover the mouse, and we need to check the tooltip, right? And the tooltip I need to use absolute, negative, top 10, transform, translate, okay, x1 2, and has a mistake, guys, so I need to use /black, right? The tooltip is up here on the top. So let's work on the logics, which is used to change the progress bar. Yeah, so same thing I'm gonna do on there. So create a state is tagging, set is dragging. Use state by default is false. The next state I'm going to create it hour time, set hour time. By default I assign the use state is false, not false null. Next is very important, progress ref. I use ref hook, assign the by default value null. So I just call that in there because this is a progress bar. When I move it, then I need to get the access from there, like current details, current duration, and so on and so forth, right? So yeah, copy it, and as a reference I need to use it as a reference like this. Then I'm able to access this div details, like current details, current timing, and whatever the width, height, and yeah. So let's move on. Create a const progress. I need to use duration greater than 0. Then I need to target current time that is coming from as a prop, divide by duration times by 100, otherwise nothing. So I need to create a multiple function that will help us to add the event when user hover the mouse on there or click on any area of the progress bar, then display the particular time on there, right? So let's create a many functions that will help us to manage it. So first of all, I will create a function that will help us to handle the seek or handle the progress bar. If the progress ref dot current is not true, then just return the value. Otherwise I need to get one by one value. Progress dot current dot get bounding client React function. The next one is click x e dot client x negative by, basically this is a logic, guys. Left, and also use percentage math dot max 0, math dot min 100, click x divide by width dot width times by 100, const new time percentage divided by 100 times by duration. And on seek I'm getting the prop, so I just target it on seek. This is the function and passing the values in new time, right? So when I will use the event, inside there is like mouse down up, so I will call this one function. So let's move on to create the functions, right? So I'm going to create a function handle mouse down and add the event set is tagging true, and I'm passing the function which is created on this time like handle seek, and passing the values e. Create a second one function like const handle mouse move, and there I'm going to use same logic like this one, copy just and paste on there. Just change it as a time or whatever the name you want to assign on there, and you set hour time and passing the values time. And also I use if is dragging is true, then I need to use handle seek, and the passing value is e, right? So let's create another function that will help us to use the mouse leave. Const handle mouse leave, and inside there I just use set hover state time, assign value is null, set is tagging is value false, and last and final function is handle mouse up. Handle mouse up, and inside there I just use set is tagging false, right? So I'm going to save the file and add the event one by one inside this one div, right? Because this is our progress part div. So I just use on mouse down, this is the event when this will be, so I just call the handle mouse down event on mouse move. So I need to call handle mouse move on mouse up, handle mouse up, and on mouse leave, handle mouse leave, right? So let me try it. Okay. It doesn't work. Reason for it doesn't working on there. I need to add some logics inside this one divs. So let me add the logics in the progress fill. So I need to assign this is to, and there I need to use the style with letter template the progress. So the next one is handle preview. In the handle preview, just use cut it. It's going to be hover time is not equal to null, and just like that. What is okay? Just a minute. Why I'm getting this one? In a minute. Over time. Just a minute, guys. Okay, let me try this. Hover time equal to null, and display that. Okay, I'm gonna remove this one. This is a comment, I don't need that. Here's there. And why this doesn't work? Okay, let me cut it, use parentheses and try it on there. Nope. Okay, I'm gonna cut it, close that, and let me just a minute. Over time. Okay, let me add another things, then I will update it. Okay, so also I'm gonna add inside there is a style. It will move left is the position size, guys. So just use a little template and hover time divide by duration, and in a minute use parentheses times by 100 and get the percentage, right? In the progress thumb, just use the same style left, call the function calc and just use progress. Right. Left calc function progress, and after this one is percentage, then negative by 10 pixel. And last and final thing is tooltip, right? In the tooltip, so I need to assign the left, it will be a move the dollar hour time divided by duration. Same thing in the parentheses, times by 100, and yeah, percentage. Okay, to display the hour time as a timer, the current timer, so I need to get the function from there, and this one function also you can use this function will create another file and create this one function, then you can pass it multiple times. You can do that. I'm going to use the simple logics, right? So in the progress bar, I need to move on top. Okay, just going to copy the function, paste on there, and just use format time, hour time. So let me save the file, and the timer is up here. Move it. So yeah, so let me fix the issues one by one. First of all, I use this one is hour time not equal to null and display that. So when I hover the mouse, okay, it's perfect. So let me check the issues if they have an issue inside the states or inside the duration. So I need to find out the progress is taking set state. Just a minute. Okay, the first problem is inside there, so I need to fix it. The next I need to move on down, handle seek, and here's another problem, so I just fix it. So let me check it now. It doesn't work. Okay, let's move down. And what I'm going to do on there, I'm going to just background kilo. I'm going to close this one div on there, and also close this one progress fill div on there. Hover preview, I also remove, I'll close this one div as well on there, and progress thumb, yeah, close this one, remove the closing tags more than 3, 4, yeah. So let's try it. Yeah, it is up here, tooltip is also up here, but progress bar doesn't work. Okay, so let me check one more time. Progress ref, and here progress ref, yeah. Progress ref, yeah, perfect. So I think something is wrong inside this one there, inside this one section, guys. So I'm gonna find out the problem. So this is the first one, background glow, yeah, progress fill, this is also close, and after the progress fill close hover preview. Okay, so in the hover preview, I'm going to use the curly bracket. Hover time is not equal to null, then display this one there, right? And let's move on to progress thumb, and the progress thumb is also the closing tag in there. This is closing tag, yeah. And the hover time, yeah, it's perfect. So I think it should be display the progress bar. Okay, let me check one more time. Just a minute, guys. Just a minute. So let me, yeah, guys. Okay. Let me play it. But I can't see the progress bar, right? So let me check the fill. In the fill, okay, I need to use percentage sign on there. So let me save this one file. And yeah, guys, I'm getting the progress bar as well. It is moving. And pause it. Next. So let's work on the idea. So I move on there, and I need to create a states. Const volume, set volume, the default volume is 0.8, and also I need to use muted is muted, set is muted by default is false, right? So we're gonna work on these states, right? So first one is volume and set volume, right? So but before working on it, I need to create a function that will help us to manage the IDEO. Means when the IDEO will be complete, then I need to stop the IDEO. And yeah, let's create a function. So in there I need to create a function handle track and also I need to create a use effect that will help us to update the real time or IDEO progress bar and also volume, right? So inside that I'm going to use if the repeated mode is 1, then do, there is a lot of things, but I will explain you. Repeated mode is equal to 1, then move on the curly bracket, and I'm going to use IDEO dot ref, and I just use current time, right? Or you can use this way, dot play, and just use the return. Also I need to use if repeated mode is all, then move on the next, and also I will add another statement on there. Current track index is less than the track length, then move on one step back. In the else statement, I need to use set is playing false, means when the song will be complete, then this will be stopped. Okay, so I need to copy that function and move on the top, and I need to create an event, similar event. This is a function, guys, this one. So inside the event I need to call that function like this one, not there, and also I need to change the event name is ended. Same thing I'm going to do, copy it and paste inside the clean. So this will be, just a minute, I just use that and there, and this will be okay. Great. So let's create a use effect hook that will help us to handle the IDEO in real time. So I'm going to use effect. Okay, so this is the empty dependency, right? So if the current IDEO ref dot current is exist, move on there, and there I need to use IDEO ref dot current dot volume dot, just a minute, dot volume, assign the volume is muted to 0, otherwise display the volume. Okay, when this effect will be executed, then volume will be changed or is muted, right? So let's move on down and add the functionalities in the IDEO in there. So give me a second. Okay, let me cut it, and this is muted, stereo, then display the volume x, size should be 20, and otherwise I need to display the volume to size should be 20. So let me save the file, and also I need to add the event on there. When user click on there, I need to use it as muted as a toggle. Let me try it. As you can see, yeah, it's working. So let's move on the progress bar and the volume, right? So I need to pass the volume as a prop and volume. Then also I need to use on volume change and passing the state set volume, right? So I need to move on this one component. So just a minute, guys, I restored the complete code because I will explain you everything from scratch, right? So I need to pass the props. The first one is volume, the next one is on volume change. Okay, so I will work on this page. So it is a similar thing that we have used on the progress bar. So I will create a state is tagging, set is tagging, by default is false, and I'm going to use hover time. Set is a hover time, by default is false, and also I'm going to remove the E and use it one more time. And also I need to create a use state slider ref and target the use ref hook that will help us to get the value from there, right? So what I'm going to do on there, this is the top div. After this one top div, this is the second one div, right? In the second one div, I need to pass the reference is slider ref like this one, and we will add the events, means on mouse click, hover, and so on and so forth. So in order to get the complete code, so I need to move on there. So let me copy the functions. Just a minute, mouse leave. So I'm going to copy this one, then I will change all of the things. Okay, so I'm going to paste on there to save the time. This is a function that will help us to on mouse leave, right? Or whatever the name you will be used on mouse. Okay, I will change it on mouse handle, mouse down, and in there I'm going to use set is tagging. I already made this one. Okay, on mouse up, on mouse up is set is tagging. Okay, this is a perfect. But also I need to create another function, handle mouse down, passing that set is tagging is true, right? Handle mouse move, and mouse move, and there I need to use if is tagging true. Then I need to target the handle volume change, passing that, and just copy this one function and change this one as a name on there. And also I need to change slider ref to this one and this one, and there I need to remove it just like this and like this, and we need to call the volume change. What is the name? On seek, just a minute, on volume change, on volume change, just a minute. Okay, I just copy that and I need to use on there on volume change to get this one done, right? So guys, I have many functions. This will help us to when I mouse down, when mouse up, I mean move up, and this will be handle mouse, I mean change the ID, right? So I think 2, 3, 4, yeah, 3 or 7, handle volume change, passing the E, and there I need to also pass that handle mouse up false. Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, great. And yeah, it's perfect guys. So let's move on there, and this is a top there. So in the top down I will use event on mouse enter, just a minute, on mouse enter, and there I will execute the function that will help us. Just a minute, like there, set is hover, set hover time, and I'm gonna pass it is true. On mouse leave, set hover time is false. So these are states, right? Okay, and in the next step I will add all of the events that are used to manage the application, I mean manage the IDE. So I will use one by one. On mouse down, so handle mouse down, on mouse move, handle mouse move, on mouse up, handle mouse up, and move mouse up, mouse down, mouse down, mouse move, mouse up, mouse leave. Okay, on mouse leave, and I'm gonna use set is tagging false. Great. So let's update this one progress bars one by one. So background kilo, so I'm gonna add the event on there is hover time. I don't know, hover time is true. Display the opacity is 100, otherwise display the opacity is file is volume fill, right? In the volume fill, okay, just a minute. Okay, I need to assign the style, guys, and then the width volume times by 100. Yeah, perfect. Let's move on. And this is temp, and the progress temp. Okay, I will also, just a minute, I'm gonna cut it and use the little template, calibrate a little template, and I'm gonna paste the same thing, but I will execute the state is tagging, I mean add the conditional running, right? It's true, and then I just use the scale 125 and shadow pink 500 to 50, otherwise I need to use the scale 0 group. Scale should be 100, right? Also I will add the style on there is outside of there. I'm going to use a style, and the style should be a left is calc volume times by 100 outside of the parenthesis inside the pixel, and yeah, it's perfect. So the last and final thing is tooltip. So in order to display the tooltip, so in the hover time, just remove it and use math dot round volume times by 100. Okay, and just cut it, and I need to use curly bracket, hover time is true, then display that like this one. So I think it should be display the timer, as you can see, guys. But there is some issue in the progress bar, so I will fix it already. Okay, and let me check the tooltip why it doesn't appear on the top. Math.round volume times by 100. Let me cut it and use without the conditional binding. So let me check it, it's appear or not. Nope. In a minute. Let me move on the top, and I will update the divs, guys. So this is the second one div, and this is the background glow div. So in the background glow div, I'm going to close it. This will be the program fill div. I also close this one div is there, and this is progress thumb div, so I also close this one. I don't need that, and also I need to remove more than 2 divs from there. So I think I'm able to see perfect progress bar, but still I can't see the tooltip. Okay, so let me check it why. In a minute I will cut it. outside of this one. I'm gonna paste on there. No guys, I can't see the tooltip. I don't know what happened on there. Made.round volume times by 100, and yes, perfect text should be wide pg black 80. Okay guys, the mistake is there. So the tooltip is up here in the top, as you can see guys. Right guys, so this is a complete features based music player. So yeah, we're gonna work on the sidebar as well. So let's move on the code editor, and I'm gonna close the tails. Okay, I just opened that and moved on. So here is a playlist, right? So in the playlist I need to create the function that will help us to handle the playlist on click. Means when I click the event, then I need to display the particular audio inside our music player. So what I'm going to do on there, I'm going to cut this one progress, component, right? So save the file, you can't see anything else. So I will use map method that will repeat the data from my tracks. So here's the tracks dot map. I need to pass track as the first parameter. The second parameter I'm gonna pass an index, and there I need to use the return. What do you want return? I just return the playlist as a component, right? So I'm gonna open it. I'm getting the multiple values or many values that is coming from my this one tracks, right? How many tracks inside there, you will get that. And also you need to use on click set track, and I need to create this one function. And by the way, this is a key as a prop. The value is index track, and this is the track is coming from this one loop, because inside this one track I will get one by one value from the this one file and display it in the sidebar. Is inactive, so I will execute all of the things. It means when user will click on it, other will be inactive, then I will work on it. Okay, so first I need to create that function handle track index. Okay, set current index in a minute guys. Just a minute, I will leave this one. I will tracks, and also I'm gonna pass the is playing, and index is current index. Yeah, and also I'm gonna create a function handle track index, then I will move on the sidebar. Okay, const handle track select, and just pass set current track index is our index value, and set is playing will be false. Okay, just passing this one as a problem there. This will be help us to display the particular song on click, and handle track index and passing that. Yeah, okay, so save the file, and we're gonna create this one. I already created that. I just get the one by one value from there, and we need to manipulate it. Okay, so let me copy track, and is active, is playing, and on click as well, right? So the first one is I need to get the format duration, means time period. So in order to get that, so I have a function. So yeah, you can create a many time you can create a one-time function and repeat it multiple times. Where it is format. I can't see the, okay, here is function. First function, and I'm gonna paste on there, right? So I don't need to change anything else inside. I just leave this one. This is very important. The next one is I need to get the data, right? So let's get the data one by one. So this is the first one. In there I'm gonna use is active, right? So I just use pgcreate 700, otherwise pgcreate at 100, and also I'm gonna use text white. So let's move on there. This is the image. So I need to use image tag. Source is coming from track.cover URL, and also I need to get the first I need to send the class width full, height full, object is cover. Okay, we set the file, and in the alt tag also I'm gonna add the album, the title, whatever the value will be added, and plain overlay. So in there I'm gonna use is active is true, then I need to use opacity 100, otherwise I need to use opacity 0. Okay, and how opacity group it, yeah, great. Play and pause, and I'm gonna use is active and is playing is true, then I just use the play, and also I'm gonna add the class tag should be white, otherwise I need to use play. Okay, and same thing, but this is a pause. Size should be same, and text should be okay. And also I'm gonna add the margin left 0.5. So let me save the file. Let's see that. As you can see, guys, play the song. Okay, there are many things that we're gonna fix it. Pause is not defined. Okay, left side icon, pause. Okay, let me save the file. Okay, click on it. As you can see, right, but I can't get the track title. Where is the track title in the playlist? Okay, okay, here is the track title. I need to get it. Track title, track artist, and time duration, right? So in the time duration, I just use format time function and track duration. Let me save the file and look at that, guys. Time duration and cool thing. Okay, let me play it. Pause, play. The icon is up here. Let me click on it. It doesn't work when I click on there because I need to use the event on there to play the next one song. So this is a so on there I'm gonna use on click, passing the on click parameter just like this. And let me try it, click it, as you can see. But the cool thing is, in a minute, give me a minute, I need to change the background color. right? So PG is active, the PG 300. Let me, okay, this is perfect, this is perfect, guys. Text should be done. Yeah, otherwise I do not use anything else, just like this one. Yeah, perfect, guys. Let's, as you can see, yeah, so let's display the length of this one. So I need to move on there, progress loop in the top, track length. So in the track length I'm gonna use text.length, so, and you will get the track length, right? So it is complete music player, guys. Okay, so guys, I have designed this one complete music player from scratch using React.js and also Tailwind CSS. I hope you have learned a lot of things and you have got a lot of ideas from it. So thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day.